guys so much. I am thrilled to be here. I know so many of you in this room. I've been lucky enough to call you friends, colleagues, etc. So it is really fitting that we chose you to do our first official debut of this new category. So I'm very excited to share it with you. So first, couple questions. How many of you have posted on LinkedIn today? This week? This month? Okay. And how many of you know how LinkedIn interpreted what you posted? Right. That's what we're going to talk about today. So a lot has changed. I'm going to talk about search because you guys haven't. No, I'm just kidding. I think Johnny covered that and everybody else today. A lot has changed in the last 2 years, let alone last 3 months, right? Search has changed. We've heard about that ad nauseum. Hiring has changed, right? So just when we all got familiar with keyword stuffing ATS systems, now we have to deal with AI algorithms that parse and now increasingly interview us. And then professional discovery has changed. I actually found it quite amazing today listening to all the presentations that everyone talked about the implications of AI disintermediating companies, but no one talked about professionals. And that's what I really want to spend time talking about today, is how AI sits between you and opportunity. So make no mistake, before a client calls today, before a recruiter, a board advisory outreaches to you, AI has parsed and put you forward. And the thing is, if it wasn't you, it's invisible, right? You don't know. It's invisible opportunity lost, right? So if you're not included in that pitch, if you're not included in that advisory opportunity, right? You're never going to know that you weren't included. You won't even know it happened, right? And that's the real danger that should worry everyone in this room, because this is invisible. So today I want to talk about a new category, which we are thrilled to share with AMEC first, called authority intelligence. And what authority intelligence is the practice of optimizing, analyzing how AI systems interpret, categorize, rank professional credibility, right? And the reason why that's important is because we want machines, because as Johnny said, we're marketing to machines and humans. We need to make sure machines understand your credibility, your expertise, because otherwise, if it doesn't, you get misclassified. Or worse yet, not classified. So there are 3 questions that authority intelligence answers. The first is, how is AI currently interpreting your professional authority? And that is LinkedIn, right? So analyzing LinkedIn to understand that. The second is, where's that interpretation wrong, right? What's the gap between what AI thinks about you and your actual expertise and domain authority? And then the third is, well, what do you do to fix it, right? So in this case, there's a lot you can do to fix it, and I'm really excited to share. So professional authority today, you are being interpreted just like companies are being interpreted, right? And so it is really, really important, whether that be on Google, my stat is different, I had 92%, or it's on LinkedIn. So how many of you know that LinkedIn now has an AI algorithm in its system? Okay, so November of last year, LinkedIn put in place something called 360 Brew. It is an AI algorithm that literally sits between you and everything that comes to you on the platform, whether it be how your content gets dispersed and who it gets dispersed to, whether it be the recruiters that come to you, whether it be profile views, all of those things. There is an AI that is parsing and ranking and determining if you are the best person to get that request or your content is best to be shared out. And then the other thing that just happened that many of you, I think I heard reference earlier today, is that LinkedIn 2 days ago, Profound issued a study. It showed LinkedIn is the #1 place that the LLMs are going to, all top 6 LLMs now, for professional information. Okay? And it is also a top source. So what does that mean? It means that what happens on LinkedIn doesn't stay on LinkedIn anymore, right? It feeds geo. It goes to the algorithms. So make no mistake that before a human sees you, AI, in many instances now for your professional identity, is looking at you and parsing you first. So what do the risks look like? If we talk about early in career, and this one is shocking, I am a mother of a college-age child, so this one is terrifying. It means if you are early in your career and you have limited expertise, you are basically invisible to LinkedIn. We are seeing profiles, and Lilypath, one of the things that we do is an AI readiness score, which ranks you and gives you a score. And we're seeing them in the single digits of that. So they are basically invisible. And in the worst job market in a decade, that's very concerning. If you're mid-career, what we're looking at is drift, right? So mid-career, maybe your roles change, maybe your skills change, right? And you're posting about things not necessarily in a consistent way. So AI doesn't necessarily know how it should categorize you. So what it does is it generically categorizes you. And then the third is senior and C-suite. Many of you in this room manage professional visibility for your clients, right? Reputation management. So the C-suite is really interesting because what we're seeing is that they're getting misclassified. They have deep expertise, but when the AI reviews it, it wasn't written for the AI. And I'm the case study for this one. So I'm going to be bold and show you exactly what happened to me. So I got my Lilypath blueprint, which is basically my analysis of me. This is actually part of what my blueprint looks like. It's a big 25-page report. And I scored an F, okay? I am a top influencer on LinkedIn. I posted all the time. When I got this report, I was like, this can't be right, right? Like, I read through it top to bottom. It broke through every single element of my LinkedIn, and it told me exactly why I got that F. And I said, okay, like all of you in the room, right, we're trained to be skeptical. I'm like, I'll play game, right? Like, I'll optimize, I'll follow these things. So what the profile actually said to me before I show you is that I had 80 plus skills, right? So I've been on LinkedIn for a long time. And how many of you just add to your LinkedIn, right? You add, you add, you add. You never go back and change from top to bottom your LinkedIn, right? New skill, add. New job, add. So because of that, AI was confused. I had poor content performance. I wasn't getting the right speaking opportunities. I was getting really weird calls from recruiters, less media opportunities, and less profile views, right? And I just felt something was off, but I followed the best practices, and I just couldn't get it to work right. So when I made the changes, and Lilypath gives you copy-ready changes, it helps you reprioritize your skills. It tells you exactly how you should be talking so the AI can understand and classify you correctly. What I saw was new followers jumped 9%. My content performance skyrocketed because AI was now matching me correctly. And so when I was talking about AI, it was saying, yep, Erin has authority to talk about this, and therefore we're going to give her more reach so her content performs better. And then my profile views, if I take out some news spikes, doubled. Okay, so these are huge changes that happened in a very short period of time. Unlike GEO, which takes more time to make these changes, professional visibility is actually something you can control, and you can control it pretty quickly. So what I would say to all of you is authority compression is real, right? Having done this now for hundreds of people, we are seeing this as pervasive. It is something you can correct. It is something you should correct, especially as AMEC members. We really encourage you to start helping your clients manage their professional visibility. Here's the other thing I want to point out. All of these other categories that exist don't solve this problem. So personal branding was built to answer the question, how do I want to be perceived, which is a human question, right? SEO, how do I want to rank in search, right? That's a keyword question. Reputation management was a reactive question. Authority intelligence is purpose-built to make sure that you are answering the question, how does the AI interpret me, categorize me, and rank me? Okay? It is a completely new and very important discipline. So in a world where you're ranked before you're read, the interpretation really is the priority. You need to make sure that your expertise is accurately portrayed so that the agents understand who you are and why it should recommend you. And what I want to leave you with is the opportunity to experience Lilypath and make sure that you start helping your clients to be optimized and visible in a world where you are now read, unfortunately, by AI. So thank you very much. I am here to answer questions. If I can.
I'm going to allow it. Thank you so much.